per the requirements of the customer. So the answers to all the problems that were there in traditional software engineering is agile technologies. And let me tell you, even if you talk of top IT giants even in India, like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, Parrot Systems, even Accenture, every company is now adopting agile. So agile is one of the best software development process. Why it is better, how it is transformed to agile, and why industries are improving their intelligence to agile. Let me tell you today, everybody, that agile is not only that it is restricted to some components and models. Agile is improving. New methodologies, conceptual methodologies are coming. So even many companies are, even after ISO recognition, some people use COBIT, some people use that is called your model called new model that is there, that is called Six Sigma. So depending on whatever you want to use, but the only thing to improve your development process, we have to use agile methodologies today. My students and me are only working on the capstone projects, even with agile technologies only. Even some people ask me, sir, we want to do some PhD in software engineering, where we should study. So I only tell them, only focus your area on agile technologies. I will be also opening some research areas at the end of my presentation. So sit back, relax and enjoy, and let's start with the presentation. So the key discussion points for this presentation right now, but my second presentation will be more detailed. This is just to give you the overall structure, that what exactly is agile, so that you can be mentally ready before I start with my detailed presentation. So we will be discussing what is agile, principles of agile development, what are agile values, very important. No books cover these things. What are agile values? I will be covering. What is methodology? What is process development? What is Scrum methodology? What are the Scrum values? Agile and lean methods, agile software development process benefits, and agile software development model. Now, let me tell you, gone were the days when we used to have only software development life cycle, but it was a cycle. But today it has been updated to software development models. And maybe the new transformation after 2 or 3 years, when we will have complete fusion of technologies, maybe we can use Scrum development models. So these type of technologies and the undergoing of the development of the software, we have to undergo. So what is agile, everybody? This is some people are misconceptual about this concept, and some people have some knowledge, but they have little knowledge. But now in this presentation, I will be clearing the conceptual methodology. So first of all, let us see what agile is not. So don't focus what agile is, just focus on the blue part of the presentation. So what agile is not? It is not a framework, it is not a standard, it is not a methodology. No, it is not. So if you talk of traditional software development life cycles, they have the models, they have the framework, they have the standards like ISO standards, but it is not a framework, it is not a standard, it is not a methodology. It is not as Scrum. Yes, everybody, let me tell you, agile is different, Scrum is different, XP is different, lean is different. So agile is a separate concept. So you should not confuse Scrum with agile. Agile is different. Okay, so today I will be clearing all these concepts. So the third important thing, many people say if you want to learn software development today, it is only restricted to software development. No, absolutely not. Even if you want to go for cloud implementations, even if you want to go for serverless infrastructure development, even if you go for web development, even if you want to go for app development, even if, let me tell you, you will be stunned to note that even if you want to go for like security based implementations in an organization, it is even can be done with agile. So it is not limited to software development only. Let me tell you, today, if you are studying agile, you are not only limiting to software development, you are actually understanding the process, how the problem can be solved and how the implementation can be done, and how you can design a better product with better team and with better satisfaction of the customer. That is what the agile is. And the main thing is, it is not governed by one certification, qualification, or institute. I'm an agile certified professional. Even I'm a certified Scrum Master. So there was a time when only one organization gives you certified Scrum Master. But now there are many organizations, they have their own differentiation of Scrum. Okay, so if you are really understanding Scrum, so certified Scrum Master is the course, but it is available in different parameters. So don't think that I am doing Scrum from this organization, I have done Scrum from that organization, it is not valid. Everything is valid. Okay, so it is not limited by only one certification, qualification, or institute. It is global. So what agile is, everybody? Now let us focus on the white side. It is basically known as the guide. It is basically understanding the principles and the values. Agile is not a methodology. It is basically understanding the guidance. Second thing is it is applicable beyond software development. I've already told you. Let me tell you, sometimes some people ask me, sir, we have an app and we want to test that app. Sir, we can use Scrum. Yes, we can use Agile. We can use Scrum. Sometimes people say me, sir, we have a software. Now we want to improve that software with add-on features. Sir, we have a website. Now we want to dispose that website. We want to add some features. We want to make like there was a time when the website was done in JavaScript. Now we have PHP. Now we have Go. We have Ruby on Rails. What we should do? So how you can make the development better and better? So the answer is we have to bring the life via frameworks, methodologies, and processes. So there are different techniques. I will be showing the techniques. And the more important is more perspective than prescription. Agile is totally practical. Let me tell you, if you talk of software development lifecycle, we only restrict ourselves to requirement definition. We only focus on design, then coding, then only testing, like all these things. We don't follow traditional software development lifecycle. But in Agile, it is even a broader perspective than prescription. That's the reason, everybody, that industries are more focused on Agile. So these are the 12 major principles of Agile development. So I know that some people also teach software engineering, and software engineering books are different, but I'm not giving you any information of software engineering based books. I'm giving you the experience as per the industry. So please listen carefully. So there are 12 major principles. So let us tell you 12 major principles, but I will be discussing more when I go to presentation 2. The first thing, everybody, very important for Agile, customer satisfaction. Now, let me tell you, this is most important for all of you because requirements are changing. There was a requirement by the hospital when I used to develop a software, when I used to do software development about 7 years back in India. I was having my own startup, but after that, I came to Vietnam. I stopped my startup. So hospitals are designing one thing, but after that, they give me new requirements. Today, we have a taxation policy with VAT. Tomorrow, we have to increase some other income tax reforms. So the main thing is the requirements are changing. The third thing is we need to do frequent delivery. Gone were the days when only software development was only delivered when we have to complete product. No, today we have to do frequent deliveries. We have to measure the progress, particularly the progress that, okay, sir, in 15 days, we have done this thing. In 20 days, we have to complete that thing. And in 30 days, we will complete that thing. Sustainable development, most important. Traditional software development is never on sustainability, but Agile is on sustainable development. Next thing, don't consider that testers are different people or developers can be testers or testers can design something. No, we need to have close cooperation with everybody. Project manager, Scrum team, Scrum leaders, everybody. I will be showing you the team also. After that, we need to have regular adoption. Very important, because today, gone were the days when even I go to IT industries, they told me, sir, last year we were working on JavaScript. Now we have the PHP project. We have the Ruby on Rails project. We have regular adoption technologies. We have to be regularly adapted to latest terminologies. We have to have self-organizing teams. Very important. Simplicity, technical excellence, face-to-face conversation with the clients. And the most important thing is motivated individuals. So you can see right from topic 1 to topic 12, you can see that everything is purely connected to everything. So this is what we can say, it improves the synergy of software development. So what are Agile values, everybody? The most important thing is individuals and interactions are done over processes and tools. We need to have working solutions with comprehensive documentation. Very important is your documentation. We need to have customer collaborating. Gone were the days when customer was shown the software after it was designed and customer say, oh my God, this is wrong. Sir, this is okay, but we have to improve these things. But now there is nothing. Everything has to be planned one by one. So after that, the most important value is responding to change. Because why? The customer requirements are changing. The change has come. Now, let me tell you, gone were the days when only one customer gives you the requirement that, okay, sir, design my website, design my app. After 6 months, he can come back to you that, okay, sir, can you improve this feature? Sir, can you improve this enhancement? There was a time when people used to have like bigger servers in their own companies, but now everything is shifting to cloud. Migrations. Okay, and we have to migrate the websites. Even we have to migrate the app development from simple Android SDK to cross-platform platform development. So these things are changing, everybody. So let me tell you, when we used to have the programming with blockchain, we used to do with Hyperledger or with Quorum, but now we have Solidity. Maybe we are even expecting some more languages like Corda, languages that can be coming. Maybe we can expect like more improvement can be done on JavaScript, especially with blockchain. Gone were the days when Java was only limited to version 6 and 7 or maybe to Java 2, but now we have Java 9. And expecting more, we are expecting more in Java 10, more flexibility, robustness. So the main thing is, you can see over here, what are the agile values? Break the team into small teams. That, okay, sir, you are the person, 2 persons to do documentation. These are the 2 persons who will do the testing. These 3 people on development. So similarly, I do with my research team. So when the students come to me, sir, we want to do project with you. Let me tell you, I always tell them, focus on the first team. If your team is not good, if the team is not well aware of the technologies, let me tell you, you're gone. So we require at least 1 person who is accurately doing the work, and he is actually the medium skilled person in the second specialization. So that's why we can have. So discuss as a team. The most important thing is be at the top, be on the regular guidelines, and share with the group, and always keep on telling why it is happening, why you are behind, why we are ahead. So ask yourself, regular sessions. I will be telling you more. So now let us discuss in a brief manner what is meant by agile methodology. So the step 1 is we are having more control. We are having more control because customers are not the part of the implementation. Customers are the part of the development right from day 1. The testing and even the development, this starts from the day 1. The design and everything is becoming flexible. We can change the design even at the later part. But the most important thing is we should be ready that the changes are coming. Requirements can change at any time. Step number 2, better productive. We have the better team, so we are better productive. Step number 3, we provide better quality. Because if your customer is collaborative and you know the requirements, and even if you're changing the requirements, naturally there is a very less chance that software can fail. So gone were the days when software failure or software error was heavy, like with failure, fault, and error. But now I don't see that if there is any software failure, at least the failure has reduced by more than 48% with the adaptability of Agile. Some organizations even have taken you can say, even have published some papers. You can see my Google Scholar, even have done some survey with lots of the companies of Australia, Germany, and Vietnam. They told that, sir, after adopting Scrum, our level of customer satisfaction has increased to 80%. And even our customers are retaining ourselves, and even they are bringing more customers for us. So better quality will give you the step number 4, higher customer satisfaction. And above all, if you are getting better customers, you are finishing the requirements on time. And the most important thing is you are on the budget. Naturally, your return of investment will be heavy. So the most important thing that many startup companies, why they're failing in the software development, that they use traditional methodology. Some people, they use Agile and they use Scrum, but when they come to me, even I have seen some of the company's portfolio, I have told them that, sir, your Agile was actually wrongly implemented. You were contradicting 7 principles. So that is the main reason that in terms of startup, the most important thing is you start adapting Agile right from the day 1. That is the most important thing. So these are the step 6, which is very important for all of you to understand, that the quality of service starts from step number 1 and it goes to step number 5. But the only thing is that you should be adaptable and you should not contradict any principle. This is important. Now let us understand in a very brief manner what is Agile process development. Now let me tell you, this is methodology, how you will perform with Agile. But now we will talk of that how you will process the methodology with using Agile. So let me tell you, this is most important. So the first point is known as functionality development. Then we can get integration and testing. We go for integration testing right from day 1. We have the development of functionality number 2, which means one module is working, the second module is working, the third module is working. We are taking the integration. Let me tell you, most important complexity with the software development right now is the integration testing. If one person has made a module and second person has made a module, it doesn't mean that these modules are working good. It is okay. But if these modules are combined together, they will work good. Nobody will assure you. So that is a problem, everybody, that software development and software error rate was increasing. But with the use of Agile development, the integration and testing is taking the most important part. So you can see that even after that, we have the demo release. That, okay, sir, can you check the demo? We are on 60%. Can you check the demo? There is no demo release on traditional software development because we have to check the demo even after it has been passed to the testing level. So we have the client feedback, we make the changes, and after that we again go for system testing. And if the functionalities are complete, we go for The implementation, otherwise we keep on repeating. That's the reason, everybody, that companies like Apple, Microsoft, Oracle, they are all working mostly on agile process development. This is the highly development process lifecycle that you can see. So now let us talk of one of the main agent for today that I'm going to discuss with all of you, that is known as Scrum methodology. So what is Scrum methodology, everybody? The most important thing is we start with product backlog. Let me tell you, before I start with the Scrum Master, let me tell you one experience. You have seen me as a DevFest because last year my team and me have won the best award also for the app. You know, when I gone over there, many teams were asking me, sir, we have this problem, we have this problem. And the most important thing was that they were claiming that they were using Scrum, but they were not using Scrum. Because why? They don't have the presentation screen. They don't have the proper ways. They don't have the drawings of everything. So if you really want to have a proper Scrum, the most important thing is that you must have a product backlog. What is the module? How it will look like? And if that it is properly happening, then you should have a team meeting. That, okay, sir, this is my team, and we have the proper team meeting that who is going to take which task. That, okay, sir, person A will work on front end, person B will design this, person C will have animation, person D will have the testing, person E will go for documentation. So after that, everybody, we have the team leader. So over here, we don't have the team leader, we have the Scrum Master. He is actually known as a team leader in order to clarify the products and as well as the projects also. So the sprint can be from 2 to 4 weeks. And we can have daily meetings, we can have requirement meetings, and the most important thing is we have to plan the proper sprints. So if the sprint is properly planned, then we can have no change. But otherwise, this Scrum model is give you even more flexibility that you can even change the schedules. Believe me, everybody, I'm here in Vietnam from last 3 years, and whenever I'm taking the capstone on Scrum project, my team is getting the highest marks. Even we have won lots of hackathons, even with the Scrum. So after that, when I was there in Google GDG DevFest, I told most of the teams that, sir, first of all, please make the product backlogs, then decide who is the person who is working on which backlog, and then you can find the mentor that, okay, sir, we have this problem and that problem. And believe me, the teams were getting everything stabilized after that. So with this, we have the review, and after that, we can have the retrospective performance that what is actually happening, what was not happening. So now let us discuss what are Scrum values. So the Scrum values are the most important: courage. Courage should be there. If there is a failure, you should have the courage to accept that. If you are not on time, if you're over budget, you should try to improve that. Proper focus on everything, on every team member, on every activity. Commitment towards quality. Respect the customers, and last but not the least, very open to whether to accept the changes, and very open to, yes, we can improve the budget, we can reduce the budget. So Scrum teaches you many things in terms of team building as well as learning skills of software development. So what are agile lean methods? Very important, because less books have covered this concept methodology, but I'm going to cover you in detail as per industry. So in terms of agile and learning methods, we have the same thing: requirement analysis, we do the proper planning, design, development, and testing. So these are the agile and lean methods that are actually taken from traditional software development, but with the combination of Scrum, extreme programming, we can do the sprint, we can do the team building like anything. So what are the benefits, everybody? I can say now you can understand the proper benefits. Better product quality, because testing is integrated with the cycle. Testing is not a component that has to be started after the development. Testing will start along with the cycle, with regular checkups and enabling the products to have the changes if required. Customer satisfaction, 100%. More control on projects, more transparency, short meetings, and visibility. Who is performing? And even you can find that this person is performing, this person is solving the problem, this person is not good for this thing. So you can find the commitments for the projects. Risk reduction. No need for failures. So we can have constant contact with customers and with the teams. We have faster rate of reductions, faster return of investments, because we are able to deliver the products on time. And you can see that it makes the product to be delivered to the market, that is 37% faster. And many companies have even told me that, sir, 80% better productivity we are facing. So these things give us more motivation towards adaptation of agile technology. Now we will discuss the main thing, agile software development model. And this is the model, everybody, which according to me is an industry model. And most of the industries, like in Vietnam, we have MGM, we have FPT software, we have T1 technologies, A4 technologies. We have lots of companies, very, very big companies are coming now, because even Vietnam is also making, Da Nang is also becoming a software hub also. We are having software development park over here, which is near to my university. So we have the individuals and interactions rather than processes and tools. Most important, what is the interaction, what is the individual, and they can have the better interaction to make the better product. We have the development of working software, collaboration with the client, and most important, you can quickly respond to the change. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the most important advantage, if you ask me, of Agile is that you can change your requirements without any problems, and the changes can be integrated in a very quick manner. And we can deliver the software not only on time, but with 100% accuracy that we can touch. So gone were the days when we have to find the Pareto principle, like 80-20% or 60-20%. We have to take high risk, but over here, risk management has already, risk taking is already gone. So this is the presentation number 1. Now I give you the house for 5 minutes. If you have any question, so you can ask me the basic question with regard to Agile software development, if there is anything. But now we will talk of the main development of Agile and software engineering in the detailed presentation after 2 minutes. Any question is welcome.
Dear participants, please type your question in the chat box. Dear participants, please type
any
your
question is welcome. Yeah, any question is welcome. But after that, I will be also discussing more things towards research. Who wants to do their PhDs and MTechs into software engineering, I will be giving you some research topics. That's are very important topics.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes.
Dear participants, if there is any questions, please type in your chat box. Sir, there is a question: Agile technology benefits in networking.
Actually, let me tell you in terms of networking. Now, the most important thing is when suppose you want to go for a company, and even I go to the company that, sir, we want to implement 30 computers. Then we start with the security. Then we start with everything like step by step. But over here with the Agile technology, we can not only create the cables and the computers at the first time, we can start the security right as par with the implementation of that. And these days we don't consider networking, we consider for cloud implementations. So even for the cloud, we have the Agile cloud-based implementations.
Hello.
IT companies work for software development. So most of the companies that I know in Vietnam and even in Germany and Australia, but I don't consider India right now because I'm not connected to many software companies in India, but mostly they use Scrum and they use extreme programming. And even some companies can even use like Lean Six Sigma based software development. So how Agile is dependable in terms of fast changes, I'm going to discuss this important topic when I'm going towards the second presentation. This will be discussed in 5 minutes.
So the next question is, in which model companies work for software development?
I have already told you that mostly they use Scrum, extreme programming, and even some companies are using Lean Six Sigma. And even let me tell you, there are some companies over here, they even use a COBIT-based software development. So software standards are even taking as a methodology for software development. But okay, mostly we use Scrum. Mostly we use Scrum.
Okay, sir. The next question is, it is adaptable in terms of fast changing scenario?
Yes, it is highly adaptable because let me tell you, sir, suppose you are having a hotel and you want to have a software today, but tomorrow you have a hotel change. Tomorrow you want to improve your hotel security. You want to adopt latest technologies. So what you will do, you will not start the software from the scratch. You will come to us, sir, we want to adapt some changes in that. Suppose I am designing your hotel software, you can immediately come to me, sir, we want to change this thing. So it is not like a waterfall. It is completely iterative. Okay. So changes can be adaptable at a very easy sense. That's why the Agile came into the market.
So the next
DevOps,
question.
Yeah, I will be opening DevOps, but I will not be covering more on DevOps. So I request Mr. Joy Bhattacharjee that we can organize one more session on DevOps also. But today I will not be opening this question, that is how Agile is different from DevOps, because it requires a detailed discussion for DevOps also.
Okay, so it's my pleasure to have you in the next session.
But the only thing that I would like to tell you, one important thing, that Agile is it can be adaptable from small SMEs to larger organizations. But DevOps, what I have observed with my experience, that DevOps is only taken to the larger and to the very high risk projects like that. So I will be giving you more information once I have another session with Mr. Joy Bhattacharjee.
So the next question is there any update in Agile technology in ad hoc network?
No, we don't say that, sir, because actually agile mostly that we do the experience is with only with software development, app development, and web development, and even towards like development in terms of software defined networking. So we don't see much difference in ad hoc networks. But if you're talking of software defined networking, we say lots of differences have come.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Sir,
Okay,
I have a
carry on.
question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, myself depends person. Sir, you have
Yeah,
told that agile is not a framework, neither it is a methodology, and you
Yes.
have spoken certain qualities and its fundamental consequences about everything that's waterfall model. But
Mm.
actually, how it's work, and it is based on coding phenomena, or it is just a abstract overview or something. That's why.
Actually, now let me tell you, this is important
Yes.
for you to understand. Actually, don't
Yes,
confuse software. Now, let me tell you, this is important for you to understand. We are not in the class of software development. We are in the class of software engineering. So let me tell you what is development when you are actually coding something. Okay, the Scrum and even these models in which coding is just a part of thing. I am actually giving you the lesson that how we can be productive, how can we understand the requirements, and how we can make the better coordination with the team so that the coding can become better. And if there is any change, we can adapt the change and we can deliver the customer the better requirements. Basically, I am taking you that how companies can improve their methodology of development.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, Scrum and the Agile is basically the methodology, how you can change the existing things to make it better. Now, let me tell you, gone were the days when companies used to have assembly line workers. Like, okay, one
Yes,
worker is
sir.
fitting the display, then second is fitting the sound, everything is over there. But now we are changing to Industry 4.0, okay, in which robots are doing the works. When no one worker is doing the one thing at the same time, robotics are doing multiple things at the same time. That is called Industry 4.0. That is called cobotics. Okay, so today what I'm discussing is that agile is basically a structure. It is basically the principle, the guidelines, how we can improve the process of doing the software development in a better manner so that error can be reduced, customer can be benefited, and we can deliver the customer within better budget and within better time period of time. That is what my discussion is.
So, sir, we can correlate it is a type of RFC phenomena that where many RFC have been written down on the papers. And
RFCs are different. RFCs are different. They are basically the guideline procedures. So
Yes,
I'm not going for that. Basically, it's a procedure to improve the development and improve the process management. Okay. Actually, I'm a professor of 3 subjects right now: software project management, software process management, and software metrics and measurements. So
Yes,
over
sir.
here, if you go outside of India, there is no subject of software engineering. There is a sub-subject like software quality testing, software, even we have the separate subject of requirement engineering.
Yes,
So
sir.
for us, let me tell you, if you have a 4-year course of software engineering, so we are not making you to understand, okay, this is a book of Pearson,
Yes.
this is book of this
Yes, a
software
book.
engineering. No, this is not like that. We have to go for specialization. Like first year you are teaching, I'm teaching requirements engineering, then I'm teaching software process management, then software project management, then we are taking on software product metrics, then software measurements, or software standards. We are doing like these things.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so in the
thank
foreign
you.
foreign universities, the things are different. For India, maybe you can study only software engineering. That okay, done, blah blah blah. That's all. That is done. No, it is
Yes,
not.
sir.
Like that.
That's why I'm confusing.
That is why
Because
you're
we have
confusing,
we have
brother.
yes we
Now,
we
I'm not going to pinch all of you. No, I'm not going to pinch all the professors. I'm openly saying many professors are actually teaching. We are actually teaching software engineering in a wrong manner in India. What we are teaching is software engineering. What is waterfall model? What is agile? What is this and what is that? We are just taking the conceptual methodology. But if I tell you, you just go and you just take the problem, how will you apply the methodology in that? Now the question is, you know waterfall, how you will say that this is the product, sir, this is the project, this is the customer requirement. How you will say that, sir, this will be applied by waterfall, this will be applied by spiral model? You cannot apply. So you will only understand software engineering, but you cannot apply software engineering. That is the problem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So
so
there
that is what I'm saying today.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So
Thank
there
you.
is last question. Enlighten agile with IoT. Can we?
Sir, I'm working on
Agile with
IoT. I'm working on IoT. I'm basically a IoT professional come scientist in IoT over here. So I will be enlightening IoT as a case study after my lecture over there when I'm going to complete the second scenarios. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So if there is any other question, I can just give a break for 1 more minute. After that, we start the main lecture today. Then I will be giving you some more tips that actually what exactly is meant by software engineering today. Mr. Joy Bhattacharjee?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, I would like to inform you and even the participants right now, in our university, the students at the day one, they are not going for coding. Let me tell you, we have the 6 months training, even we have the 6 weeks training. For one week, the students are with the team leader. They are sitting with the team leader in order to file the requirements of the clients.
Yeah. That is
Yes.
first process.
This
That
is the first process.
process.
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
the
That is
team
the
leader
first
understands them that actually they can understand the client or not. The second thing then they do is that they will go for testing that, okay, is their product working properly as per white box and black box? Then if they're
Yeah.
okay, then they are going towards the design, that how they will convert the design to the requirements to the design. This is most important. That is called design engineering. Then after that, few people of my students, they are selected that, okay, sir, you are now fitted for this coding or this your work.
Yeah. Very true, sir. True,
Yes,
sir. True.
actually, I'm saying openly, but it is not a mind for you. But if you are a true professor, please understand my words. Actually, in India, we are teaching software engineering in a wrong manner. And after this session, you will understand. And I hope almost 30% people will agree with me that at almost we are teaching software engineering in a wrong sense, actually. We are teaching just what is meant by this, what is meant by this, how you will apply that, how the requirements came, how you will verify your requirements, how you will validate your requirements. You just understand what is verification and validation. Okay, sir. But how the verification is done, how the validation is done, that is the problem.
Application is more important, sir.
Yes. Let me tell you, sir, when I'm in the class, because today I'm going to give you my experience, because I'm teaching actually 3 modules of software engineering over here. We have a separate class that is BS software engineering for 4 years. But let me tell you, I don't give them boring assignment that, okay, what is agile, what is scrum, like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit for us. We are going to give them a case study that, okay, this is the case study. The customer came. Now the one company has refused to take. What is the problem? Understand the customer and verify the requirements, and how you will validate that which requirement can be turned into the real-time software development. That is a problem,
Yes,
sir. Yes.
Sir, there is one question in the chat box. I cannot understand it. Here it is written, please, sir, also mention some point on how to read ND apply knowledge in some point.
Actually, Mr. Dipendra Bhushan, let me tell you, if you really want to understand computer science, if you really, let me tell you openly, I'm saying this is not software engineering or other programming structures. I can teach any subject in the planet. I've already taught many subjects. Almost I've taught 48 subjects in my university for more than 3 years. Almost every subject, almost I can say. Right now I'm teaching artificial intelligence, then I'm teaching machine learning, big data, software process development. The more you work on the real-time problems, the more you find that how the industry is taking your requirements, they are working on the requirements and how they're solving your problems. Then is the only thing you are understanding that what exactly the work is going on. Don't estimate that only software development, that okay, you know C and C++ and Java, you are a great software engineer. No, it is just a part. Coding is just a part of the development process. Just
Yeah,
a
that's
part.
right, sir. That's right.
Yes. So day one, I always tell my students, don't go for the coding on day one. First of all, take your requirements. First of all, study that what are the requirements. First of all, design on the page, what the website will look like. Then come to me, which page is there. I will check you that, okay, this is okay. Then decide which person will go what and what. Then we can say that which coding you are doing.
Coding is only a small portion of that cycle.
Very small, sir. Very small.
Very small.
I'm saying very
small
small.
portion.
Even let me tell you, in some companies, I have even seen that some freelancers are coming and they are doing the web development. But rest of the requirements and everything, that the team leaders are going over there. Because if your requirements are not okay, everybody, so your project is not okay.
Very true, sir. Very true.
Yes.
Sir.
So understand the implementation of software engineering. Don't discuss the practices of software engineering. Actually, in India, there is a difference. Let me tell you. You are understanding the principles and practices. Practices means how you will actually understand software engineering, but you will not understand how you will apply software engineering. So over here in my university, it is called Applied Software Engineering, ASE.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. I hope you can agree with me, sir, Mr. Joy.
Yeah, agreed, sir. Agreed.
Yes. Actually,
101.
most of the subjects are in India, we are teaching in a wrong manner, actually. I can prove it to you in 10 minutes. I can prove it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, everybody. Now sit back and relax and enjoy. This is going to change your level of thinking that what exactly is happening in the industry, where we are wrong. and why we are taking software engineering so lightly, that this is just a subject, just a theoretical subject, and we can write anything can be acceptable. No, it is one of the typical subject through which the industry starts, and even your job, your requirement, your coding, your design, your testing, it is just a part of it. The entire methodology is different. Let me tell you, you are not an organization in itself, you are just a part of organization with a part of a particular module. Okay, so let me tell you the most important thing. You can see the quotation, doing it but wrong fast. Sometimes we say that we want to develop the software, but okay sir, we can develop on it our own, but customer says, sorry sir, this is wrong. So how you will determine the requirements? So now I will be telling you, first of all, the foundations of software engineering, then we go towards agile. So relax and enjoy. So the structure will be, you can say, software process and software lifecycle, but openly I'm saying that even have written over here, PowerPoint makes us stupid. Yes, everybody, it makes us stupid. So don't focus on PowerPoint. Take your pen and paper and please jot down my points, what I'm speaking right now. And all the faculty members who are listening to me and who are actually teaching software engineering, please tell the students after teaching waterfall, prototype, and spiral, how they will actually apply by giving them case studies that, okay, brother, this is the case study, this is the problem, this is the requirement of the client. Now solve it. Which model this client should, this team should use. Then you can say that you have done a good job in your class. And your students actually know that they don't only know software development, but they actually know how to apply the problem in the real time. This is the answer to software engineering. This is how we should teach. Second thing is we will listen to some history, but I will not go for history much, but I will only focusing on some history part. Then we go towards agile fundamentals, compare the methods, resources, and we will discuss some current agile research. And let me tell you, even the companies which you say that Apple is working on $15 billion on research, Samsung is working on $100 billion of research. Let me tell you, if they are not doing their methodology correctly, they are not giving you a better smartphone. Why Apple is at number one? Let me tell you, everybody, why Apple is at number one. It is not because of the hardware. I don't like Apple hardware. Because even I know, this is my MacBook, everybody. You can see, this is my MacBook. I have purchased this MacBook as an Indian price of 90,000. I know that this MacBook is giving me performance. But overall, I'm not satisfied. I'm satisfied with the Windows. But this is the performance. But I know, let me tell you, even why I'm using the iPhone. Here is my iPhone right now. I'm using MacBook just for performance, but I'm using the iPhone not only for its hardware, because I know I can get better hardware for less price, but I'm using this for the software because I'm regularly updated and Apple listens to us. There is less bugs as compared to Android. So over here, if I'm using iPhone, I'm using it for software. And if I'm using MacBook, I'm using it for hardware performance. So understand, some things are not 100%. So Apple is not 100% in iPhone even. Yeah, we have to change. I will also prove you that Apple is right now going to lift off their, even they want to make an iPhone without a connector. No charging, even fast charging, wireless charging. They are going for a wrong direction now, but they have to change. So the question is, how important is a software development process? The most important thing you can see on the slide, that the quality of the people on the project, the organization, the management, everything depends on the success of the development. And the most important thing is the tool. You will be surprised to know, ladies and gentlemen, that sometimes some students who are also in industry, they come to me, sir, we are making this project, we are stuck on this project. And I said, brother, let me tell you, you should think yourself that are you doing on the right direction? Why you are using Bootstrap, whether you can do this project on PHP? You can do security on that. So the other thing is very important is to choose the right tool also. Software development is not about coding and coding like all these things. Choosing the right tool with the right people and with the right process, that is important. So why do software projects fail? This is important, everybody. You can see most of it, the people are taking less risks, building the wrong thing. And the most important thing, they are blinded by the technology. Don't think that, okay, we have the JavaScript today, it is perfect. We have Ruby on Rails today. Maybe it is not confined to your project. Maybe today I'm saying openly, I do freelance projects, but I'm comfortable towards WordPress and PHP only. Even today, sometimes I use VC++. I sometimes use Python. I'm not using R. Even I'm a guy of machine learning. Let me tell you openly, when I'm teaching in the class, I'm using Python. But when I'm doing my own projects, sometimes I'm using R language. Because if I'm teaching R, I'm not giving students the best output. But they're good in Python, but they can learn R. So there is a methodology. So adopting a good software process development and life cycle, it is equal. That can even lead to failures. But even a good software process and life cycle, they will not guarantee you success. That was the problems. And now we will solve with Agile. So the question is, failure to properly manage the risk. The most important thing is unrealistic schedules. Sir, we need in 3 days. Sir, we need in 2 days. Sir, can you clone this in 2 hours? No. No one has the nerve to stand up. Many problems are just taken as a simple programming matter. That, okay, sir, let's make the logic. Now, let me tell you, when I'm teaching programming, I'm teaching data structures in last semester, but in the next semester, I'm teaching Java. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that I am not allowing the students till multi-level inheritance and even till I cover half of the Java to open the program. I will tell them, okay, this is the program, but don't make the program in Java. First of all, make the algorithm. That is the problem, everybody, that we don't know how actually we make the algorithm and how we can make the complexity notations of that algorithm. We just go one thing, okay, sir, let's start the C, let's start the Java, okay, let's start the programming. This is problem. We should understand the algorithms first. We should understand the flowcharts first. Then we should start with development. So the most important thing is no one takes the responsibility that who is doing what and that. And the most important thing is issues become political. So these are the areas. But the most important thing is that we have unrealistic schedules and sometimes we don't have the proper team. And sometimes we fail to take the risk. So that's why the project fails. And failure from building the wrong thing. You can see the most important thing is there is no shared vision. There is no shared vision. The team is clueless. No one takes the time to validate. And the most important thing is they don't understand the real requirements. Okay, sir, what were the requirements? Are you checking those requirements? Sometimes I tell my students, okay, you have claimed 4 objectives. Till 15 date, please tell me what was the objective and just come to me with that objective only. Don't go to second objective. First of all, we will go for first objective. Then once you're done with second objective, it is okay, stop now. I want to have some integration. Then I go with the third objective. Are you able to integrate it? If you're not able to integrate, how can you say that the software is working? And sometimes a fair air of understanding, false air, that can destroy the project. So you can say sometimes we have the failure from blind bended by the technology. Okay, sir, always we use WordPress. No, WordPress can give you a website, but it cannot give you a secure website. If you are making a bank website, if you're making an airport website, can you use WordPress? No, we cannot. If you are making a simple project, it's okay. You just have to take a project. You just have to take the marks. It is okay. You can take WordPress. If you're making a simple prototype of a website, it is okay that you can go with the JavaScript also. But for the real time, we have to go for full stack development. We have to go for agile development. So sometimes even some hardware advancements, they can lead to failures. And even sometimes you can even say that I openly say to Apple, what was the need for bringing the Apple iPhone 11 when we have XX Max? What was the difference? Now Apple is actually befooling the people. They just want that, okay, people just want the camera and everything, and we have the same software. My God, you are just telling me that I want to dispose my $1,000 phone, which is purchased 1 year back, in order to buy again $1,400 phone in order to just change the camera. My dear friends, some innovations and sometimes the new versions, they are also failing, flopping, I can say. So sometimes learn new languages, but it doesn't mean that these new languages are actually the real time in the future. So the most important thing is the project style. This is important for you. The response should be calendar driven. You should always have a Gantt chart. And there is one software which is always be used. And let me tell you, please use software project management for that. So software project management tool that we always teach in the class, that is MS Project. Make a Gantt chart, make proper CPM. That what is the critical process methodology, what you're doing, whether the project is on time or delivered late, what will be the outcomes, what will be the budget, what will be the impact on customer requirements. Most important, requirement driven, documentation, architecture. Most people say, okay, sir, we follow modularity. No, sometimes we have to make block driven structure. Sometimes we have to make plan driven, risk driven structure. So everything has to depend on the architectures. So the last but not the least, we have the quality driven. So what is software process, everybody? This is an industry presentation, but I will not go for much depth, but I will be only focusing on basic things because this is my 2 days course, which I go for the industry. Because as an industry leader, I sometimes go to the new freshers that they sometimes tell me, sir, please, we have the new recruits, we have the new interns, please come in our industry. So please help them for us. So for that, I give these lectures. So what is software process, everybody? What is software development? Software process. This is another course. Software process management is basically a purpose. It's an approach in order to achieve a purpose. Like suppose if I tell you, okay, sir, design the backend. Now you will design the backend. This is the purpose that, okay, we have to make it into the development. But what is the process to design? How you have designed? What are the primary key? What is a foreign key? What is the candidate key in that? Have you taken relational algebra? What is the improvement? How you will scale the data in that? How you will process the purpose. This is important. So software process is basically a set of activities, methods and practices and transformations that is used to develop the software and associate the products that are associated. So I'm not talking of development right now. I'm talking of the process right now. Understand the process first. And after that, we have to measure the performance of the process with whether what is achieved and what is not achieved, where we are doing and what we are not doing. What was the requirement? Are we on the same direction or either we are on the different direction? So no process is perfect, everybody. We have to find that what is actually being taking longer, what is the effort, and what is the crisis management. So this is important, everybody. So you can see over here, you will laugh at this thing. Users typically don't know what they want. Yes. Sometimes even when a client has came to me, sir, can we do this? Can we do this? Sir, please first of all decide what do you want to have. Sometimes the clients are very confusing. Users typically can't express what they want because he's not technical. He is just a simple user. If a hotler person comes to me that, sir, I want a mobile app for my iPhone, he's not a technical person. I have to make him understand that, okay, sir, this will be the requirements. I have to change. I have to make it sure that all the requirements are incomplete. He can change anything. If you assume that requirements are complete, let me tell you, you are making the bigger mistake for the team. We have to make we have to make the architecture to change. We have to make the technological barriers to understand. And the most important thing is we have to find the amount of complexity in the project. What is the complexity? If we want to make this, what is the complexity? What are the existing projects that we have? Can we code this project in this time? So that's the reason, everybody, we have to think on many things. So I'm not discussing the development. I'm discussing the process first of all. Then we go towards development. So software lifecycle, most important, you can say requirements. The first thing is determine customer needs. And we only discuss in the class that, okay, sir, determine the customer requirements, full stop. That's all. That is not requirements, ladies and gentlemen. Requirements have two stages. First thing is that first of all, the customer should see, customer should speak, and you are just dictating. And after that, you should find out the constraints. That, okay, sir, this is possible, this is not possible. Can we change this? So everything till the main thing goes to design, everything is requirement. Find the constraints of the project. Second thing, design. Now design, let me tell you, now ask yourself, how many people go for algorithm? Now algorithm is a design and we first of all start the coding. How can you skip the design now? And some of the people have seen very professional programmers also, they don't go for documentation of their project. They don't pseudocode their project. They don't write the comments. That is a problem. So we have to then coding the project. And the first and the most important thing is testing. Find the exercises. Now the main thing is that the most important thing, testing, we already see in the class that, okay, sir, find the errors, find the bugs. No, we have to find that whether the system is even working as per the client or not. If it is not working as per client, then it is the duty of the tester that to report back to a developer, sir, please find this problem, and the end user is saying that, sir, this is not working, this is not doing, this is not as per me, I want to change. So testing has to find the exercises of the system. That is important. So even if your client requirements are not matching, it is a duty of the tester to report it to the developer, not only to find the bugs only. This is important and nobody speaks about it. And maintenance. We have to find the product development, product deployment with the customer. Most important. Now, in order to find, now let me tell you, software engineering is actually not concerned with the models. No. Actually, you are all studying software process. How you will design the software via which model. So the concept of software engineering is different. Software engineering is a widened word. We are only concerned with software process in the classes. Don't say we are studying software engineering. Software engineering has lots of other disciplines also. It will even come to a quality testing, regression analysis, many other things. Actually, in models, you are just finding what is the process, how you will convert the requirements to the working. That is known as a process. So that's why we have the life cycles. So life cycles, we can say we have the trial and error. We have exploratory programming. Nobody discussed this. Waterfall model, iterative feedback model, prototyping, test-driven, design, and agile. And let me tell you, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now these are all gone. Nobody is working. And even I'm saying openly, if you're in a startup and you're using these 7 models, my dear friend, get ready, your startup is gone. So agile is one of the technique. Because why? Because we have to transform now the design and the model to the next stage, that how we can improve the process. Actually, agile is not a methodology. It is basically a guiding principle. I am talking today not of software development. I'm talking of software process management. How you will improve the process so that the clients are satisfied, they are having less errors, and all the functionalities are verified and validated. That is what my lecture is. So the first thing, trial and error. The second form is called hacking. Okay, sir, we go and go. If it is okay, it is accepted. Yeah, we are, congratulations. But if it is not accepted, okay, sir, we will update and update. Trial and error. Now you tell me, how many people can do this? This is not. This is just a level 1. We say, this is a classwork, go to the college back and go for this. Trial and error. No trial and error is required in industry. We have exploratory programming, everybody, which establish a feedback before the delivery to the customer, but only the feedback. That, okay, sir, let me tell you, this is the software, check it. So the client will tell you, okay, sir, can you add this? This is not good. This color is not well. Database is slow. Software is crashing. We find the specification. And let me tell you, most important, what is specification? Specification is what you see, that what are the actual requirements of the customer. And what you actually do in programming and designing and coding is actually the implementation with the customer. So that's the reason, everybody, the main thing is to keep on the feedback. But the most important thing, why we came to Agile, because why? After we deliver to the customer, we get the feedback. But over here, the customer is a part of the process. That's the reason, everybody, the industry is going towards Agile. Now, customer is a part of the company. If I'm designing a website, day 1, my developer has to confirm from me that, okay, sir, is this the design? No, sir. Okay, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Now, who is the web developer who will give me the complete website? Okay, sir, I don't like it. Go back. I will not give you the money. So that's the reason, everybody, everything is coming to Agile. I will not discuss on waterfall model, but the only thing is in the waterfall model, which I would like to tell you, that many people say that waterfall model is no flexible, but I'm saying it is like less flexible. We can change the requirements, but the most important thing is we have to go back. Flexibility is there in waterfall, but flexibility is not very high in waterfall. So the only thing is that we have to go for specifications and we have to go for implementation. But only thing that is all for you, understand, whenever I was in India, when I take the project-based vivas, I always ask this question to my students: what model are you using? What is the model? And nobody gives it an obvious answer that, okay, sir, we are on waterfall model because we are on the first stage. We are learning stage. We are making a basic thing, which is as per my requirements, not as per the clients. So the waterfall model is there, but now the trend has changed. In my university, it has changed. It is to Scrum now, because most of the students have to do live projects. And this is what we can say the live chaos model, where we can have the requirements. That's why it is called making the chaos. So this is the strict waterfall model with no feedback. And you can understand today, if you are not getting the feedback at a proper interval, how can you say that your model is flexible? Why waterfall fails? Because why? Your client will only get the product once it is developed. But once it is developed, it is a 100% risk, everybody, that whether it is acceptable or not. So that's the reason, everybody, that the client and the customer and the development team should sit together, have regular demo interfaces, which waterfall will not allow. And this, you can say that feedback is only from testing phase, not at any phase. That's why it is failing. Just bullshit. But iterative feedback, you can say that we can get the feedbacks, but the most important thing, we can't jump anywhere from testing. We have to jump from the testing only. And that's the reason this was okay, but only jumping was allowed. Over here, jumping was not allowed. So the prototype. Now, prototype is a working model, but the only thing is we have to find some characteristics. So there are 3 types of prototype, everybody. And in our class, we only discuss rapid prototyping, but I will tell you 2 more now. That is actually with industry now. Rapid prototyping is there, evolutionary prototyping and operational prototyping. Now, what is rapid? Which means you are adding the components, doing the things as per this and that, you are improving. What is evolutionary? You are actually making a particular evolution that, okay, sir, we have this component. Okay, sir, you don't like it. Okay, we remove it. We go for new model. We keep on doing unless we don't find a particular product. And what is operational? That when it is operational, we are adding the modules, we are shifting the modules, we are making the changes. So let me tell you, like if you talk of Apple iPhones today, yes, everybody, when you go for beta testing, even it is called operational prototyping, because right now iOS 14 has already come. It is already available. If you're in the beta program, developers are actually working as you people are working like a free employees for Apple. You are having the problems in operations. You are reporting to Apple. Apple is making it better and better. That's why in beta testing or the pre-launch of the things, operational prototyping is better. You can say this one. Okay, so this is a spiral model, but the only thing is you can go back, but it is only available for high-end projects. And now we will discuss upon agile technology. So you can see, first of all, is that the first important thing is understanding the writing specifications that define how the software will look, define the analysis, then follow the specifications, delivering the finished result to the user. But the most important thing is, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, that in agile, the user is a part of the process. And you can see with this type of cartoon what we can learn. Imagine the things which were there 5 to 6 years back, and imagine the things which are today, and imagine the things that will be tomorrow. Today, everybody is saying that our company is leading to innovations only because of agile. Our company is the customer-driven company. Our company takes values first, customer first. Why it is customer first? Because of agile. They are valuing the customers. They are adding the customers at day 1. So that's, you can see over here, it actually started from 1990 when we have object-oriented approaches. Very important diagram for all of you, if you can see. But you can see in 2000s, we have lots of things. And only right now we have extreme programming, Scrum, and lean programming. But there are lots of more things that can be evolved. Agile is not of today. Agile is of about 10, 15 years back. But still now Agile has rapidly evolving. I will not go for history because we have to complete the curriculum. So now let me tell you, what is agile? Agile consists of 3 aspects. The values means customer satisfaction, 100% development, and 100% validation of the results. And we have the principles. I have already told you the principles that will actually derive the values, but how you will do the method. So actually, let me tell you, Scrum is a method. Scrum is not a model, everybody. Agile has lots of methods. If you're saying that, okay, sir, my company is using agile methodology. Methodology means that you are adopting agile. But by which method? Method can be Scrum, XP, etc. So that's the answer today. You are using software development life cycle. That's a cycle that can be used by anything. Prototype, waterfall, etc. But that is not a method. That's a cycle. That's a framework. That's even a methodology. But agile is even a methodology, but how you will adopt agile, how you will practice agile, that is, we have the methods, and all these methods are known as XP, Scrum, etc. So if anybody asks you, explain me Scrum in 1 line, you can just say Scrum is a method to perform agile methodology of software development in a company. And that's what a teacher should be, that if he can answer the question in 1 line, he is an absolute good teacher. So I again repeat, if anybody asks you what is Scrum in 1 line, Scrum is basically a method to practice agile methodology based software engineering in a company. That's all. You are using agile, good. What method? Scrum, Sir XP, Sir Lean, Crystal, FDD, Kanban, anything. Depends on you. Even you can make your own process. Even I'm also working with some, I'm not going to share the secret, but I'm working that how we can remove the bug severity problem. That 1 paper has already been published in IEEE Access. Now we want to make our own methodology and we want to compare that, okay, sir, let's compare with Scrum. And I can improve the customer satisfaction. I can improve the mode of delivery. I can reduce the budget. So that is what my research is. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you are on Agile, just understand the methodology. And after that, make a particular model of your own. Maybe your model is better than Scrum. So lots of research is required in this type of area. Yes, sir, I made my own method of agile methodology, my own method through which you can practice agile. And after that, you can make a case study in a company. That's the answer where we actually do software engineering. So don't consider it as a simple thing. It's a very broad thing. So the priority is customer satisfaction. Second thing is changing requirements. Deliver the software frequently from couple of weeks so that you can check. We have the business people as well as the developers working together. We can build the projects. And the most important thing is we have to convey the information face to face. There is no lack of authority. There is always transparency. Working software is the measure progress. And the most important thing is promote sustainable development. Now, what is sustainable development? What is sustainability? Sustainability means that if your organization is working today, how well the organization can take up tomorrow, how they can make a sustainability, how they can be improving their share in the market. Like suppose, let me tell you, there was a time when Apple was only known for their iMacs. But now Apple is becoming sustainable because how they have understand iPhones. Now Apple, how they're improving the products, they are making Apple Glass. Okay, so that is called sustainability. If you are in the market of today, how you can sustain in the market for future, that is called sustainability. Ask yourself. Even in the organizations also, you have to make a sustainable model. So today, if your admissions are coming, how can you recruit more admissions tomorrow? If your placement is coming today of Infosys, how you can retain Infosys, Microsoft, how you can become a sustainable, good placement organization. So that's the answer, everybody. And the most important thing is simplicity, art of better architectures and regular interactions with the clients as well as the teams. So that's the best explanation I can give it to you. I think now you can understand software engineering is a science. It's even an art, and even it's a scientific methodology. So let me tell you, don't confuse software engineering with art and science. It is both art, it's a science, but even it's a scientific methodology in which now it even welcomes you. Let me tell you, there was a time when software engineering don't welcome the people. Don't welcome the people because we have the models. But now with agile methodologies, we can make our own agile method. That is called. So which method? You are making your own method to adapt the methodology to design the software, to change the organization software development process. That's the answer. Coding will go. How you will make it better? How you can make the organization productive better? How you can make effective utilization of resources? That is important. So that was the answer, everybody, that many people were asking me, that what is the difference between agile versus waterfall? So I will just tell you one answer. Rest you can see on the slide right now, and you will say me that, sir, this is the answer. Agile is mainly placed on customers and their requirements. Yes, everybody, requirements are just the only part of waterfall. They cannot be changed. You already know it. But over here, it is placed on customer and the requirements. It can be changed. Highly flexible. So iterations count. And most important thing is, you can see this is important. Verification occurs much earlier in development. So the question is, now let me tell you, I will not give you bookish knowledge. What is verification and what is validation? Now let me tell you. Let me give you a practical example. You will understand like anything. And that is what I give to my class sometimes, that, okay, let's practice verification and validation. Now the question is, I will start with the bookish knowledge. What is verification? Doing the things in right direction. And validation, are we doing the things correctly? So the question is Apple doing the iOS 14, 15, etc., etc.? And are the Apple doing some innovations? That's called verification. But is the Apple reducing the bugs also in iPhone, like of battery bugs or other things? That is called validation. So understand, everybody, that these apps, they are actually giving you more interface. They are verifying the requirements. But yes, they are even making you patches, updates, etc. So if Windows major update come, that, okay, Windows 10 is there, Windows 11 is coming, they're verifying the requirements, but they're giving you new products. But now you are getting some security updates, some patches. That is called the validations. So if you even see your app store, when you go for your apps updates, you can see most of the apps are basically with software bug fixes. They're validating the requirements. So the question is, when agile becomes risky? When the large scale development is becoming to more than 20 developers, but there is a very short team. Distributed development, non-correlated teams, control freak, unreliable customer. This is important. Forcing an agile process on a development team. It is not forced. It is a major methodology to transform the company. And the most important is inexperienced developers. That's why, everybody, let me tell you, I don't know of India, because India just take for like, if even I got a placement in HCL and even in Microsoft also. So let me tell you what was there. That is called off the job training. Off the job means that you just given some papers, everything, and you just have to give some answers and all these things. No. In our company, in Vietnam, like, or even I have been to Australia, even I've been to China, I have been to Korea, Busan Software Development Park. Over there, they take the interns at the first of all that they have to make them understandable the requirements. They have to change the requirements. They have to make sure that, okay, sir, just take this bug. Now, let me tell you, you will be surprised to note that even the students are hired less from the programming now. They're hired more from in order to understand the bugs and to control the bugs over there. If you see of some of the Google interviews, I even know the Google interviews also, they don't give you that, okay, what is this? What is that bullshit? Have 5 problems. You have 1 hour. Take these 3 problems out of the 5, design the algorithm and find out how you can solve this problem. If you're able to solve this, then transform the code and give this code to the person. So you are designed, tested both on algorithm as well as on programming side. So the most problem, you can say, this is known as the answer, everybody. So agile is a methodology. Agile is a bigger term. How you are actually processing agile methodology in the company with all these methods. But the main method is these things. Now let me tell you: Scrum, lean development, extreme programming, adaptive software development, agile modeling, crystal methods, dynamic system development methodology, feature driven development. So these are the methods, everybody. So let me tell you, even if you want to research, you can just find out what are the shortcomings of all the methods and what method you can define in order to make the app development. That, okay, sir, I made my new methodology under agile methodology, my new method that can improve app development. How we can improve the process of app development, this is important. So this is Scrum, everybody. Now I will give you the definition. See this, everybody. So Scrum is like a rugby team, where the huddleless players engage with each other to get a job done. And it comes from Japan. And these are the people, actually, they made it for industrial process automation. That's why you can say that some of the traditional software development, they have done from development companies, but the Scrum and these Lean Sigma, they're coming from industrial control systems. That's why these methodologies are better. So the most important answer is we have to speed up the development. And you can see, most important is that there is no stopping rules. We have solutions to wicked problems. Every problem is unique and the planner has no right to be wrong. So this is important, everybody, to understand. And this is the phases. You can say the pre-game phase, the planning, the architecture, the development phase, when we have the backlog phase, when we have the sprint teams, when we have the time, and the answer is the post phase when we do the system testing. So there are 3 phases, everybody: pre-game phase, development phase, and the post-game phase. That's why we say, go for the planning, go for the requirements, and even the requirements and the planning is going on very well. That's why we have the sprints. How much for this thing, how much for that thing, and we are improving the things. And this is the charts that we make, actually. So what is a product backlog? Let me tell you. So this is most important, but rest I will not discuss because of the time constraint. So basically, product backlog is basically known as complete requirements in order to enhance your request. Everything. Even if you need a performance, you need a table, that everything is documented with product backlog. And everything is done with Scrum meetings where teams meet. And even some meetings, even my class meeting even goes to 9 hours, 8 hours. And after that, we find the planning phase and then we go for the development. So you can see that there are lots of information over here. So the Scrum meetings can be like last arrival speaks first, round robin, pass the token, take a card, and follow the board. So this is the order. So if you have a better methodology, you can make for improvised Scrum. So when and how you can see, you can take the small meeting, you can take a big meeting, you can take any time of the day, you can take what the work will happen, everything like that, all that. So the most important thing is, what are the pros and cons? We use small sprints, but the only thing is we have to go for the trust of the developers. But let me tell you what is the main backdoor of agile technology is methodology is that every developer should be highly experienced. That's the reason these companies, they're calling product trainers and software engineer trainers in order to train the you can say the interns. Otherwise, it is very difficult to enter into agile methodology. So this is the link which I've given to you. You can watch it. Now we come towards lean development. Now I take a break for 1 minute. After that, we go for the next session. Any questions till now, everybody? For the Scrum. Now I will go for lean. That is pure industry, pure.
Dear participants, if you have any question, please type in the chat box. Dear
Sir, I will take
participants,
15 minutes more. That's all.
okay, sir. Oh, no problem, sir.
Yeah. I
Dear
hope everybody is
participants-
enjoying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dear participants, if you have any question, please type in the chat box.
Yeah, I will explain. So the main thing is the first of all is the pre-game phase when we have the planning, we have the execution phase, and we have the post-game phase.
Sir, somebody is asking, please explain the diagram
Yeah,
of
I've explained
agile.
it. Explained. Even it will be explained more when we go towards the Lean Six Sigma, Lean Scrum development actually.
Okay.
Next, sir, you can plan with me of like Six Sigma or maybe some Corbett or maybe some DevOps.
Sure. Sure, sir. Sure.
We can plan for DevOps, I can say.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Actually, in the certifications, I cannot take the name of 75 certifications. Actually, sir, I'm a certified Scrum Master, certified Scrum Trainer. Even I'm a Six Sigma professional, ISO certified engineer, and even I'm also the DevOps Master.
Very nice, sir.
I have done almost every certification of software engineering, almost every certification.
Very nice, sir. Dear participants, any more questions?
We can plan for the presentation right now. I cannot assure you. Thank you. Because actually it's my corporate presentation. I have to see many things.
Sir, there is one question. Can you explain, sir, evolutionary and operation prototype?
Yeah. So evolutionary prototype is there when there is nothing in the hands of you, like you are making some particular hardware based things. Okay. Like suppose even I have to take some funding. So I have made a particular evolutionary prototype that, okay, sir, this could be the underwater sensor network. Okay. So that could be evolutionary prototype. But if suppose you are actually working in a particular operation, you have something and you want to improve those operations, you want to add some more functionalities and features, you want to improve the technological transfer. Like suppose, even let me tell you, suppose today your company has an Oracle server, and today I tell you that, okay, sir, let's leave the Oracle server, let's go to cloud. Today, sir, we have a server, but let's possibly shift to cloud computing. So that is even called an operational prototyping. That, okay, sir, we are testing cloud computing today. So that's even my specialization, that, okay, suppose, sir, that we want to have a technological transfer, we want to improve our methodology. So how we can do that? That is can be done.
Sir, participants are saying that if you can share the PPT.
Sir, I have told you that we will plan on that. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Any other participant question? So we can start it within 1 minute and we can complete in 5-10 minutes. Mr. Joy, let me tell you one thing. Even I would like to share everything with all of the participants. When I was in India, I have even made the book of software engineering.
Yeah.
But even I've made the book of lots of books. I've made 25 books I have. But let me tell you, but when I have come to a foreign university in Vietnam, when I've joined Dutan University, and my first lecture was on software project management and even on software process management. Actually, sir, believe me, it was a thinking to me that actually maybe I have to think again. I have to reread the software engineering, or we have to rethink that how we have to teach these things. It's very broad area.
Yeah, sir. Software engineering is a very broad area. Sir.
Very broad, sir.
Yeah, in every field it is applied.
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay, everybody, now let's start with the lean development. So basically, actually, it was, I have already told you that the agile development has come from industry. You can see the Scrum has come from Japan, from industrial control system. And this lean development was actually made from Toyota production system. So you can see that these type of systems are even helping the organization to make their productions even. So you can say that it is a lean of transaction manufacturing principles to software development domain. So how we do the manufacturing, like, let me tell you, there was a time when I used to want to develop a pen. I just make a cap first, then the refill first, then all these things. But today we have to have multiple things to be done at a particular point of time. So less time, less cost, more profit, and better customers. Okay, so that's why we have the lean development. But you can see in terms of key ideas, you can see the delivery of the working system as fast as possible. We have the great designers and we can emerge an important problem to the solution. So this is the important activity. You can see eliminate waste. We can have better learning. We can decide as fast as possible. We can deliver as fast as possible, and we can have the integrity, and we can see the whole parts to be done at a particular point of time. So I can just shift to this one. So this is the most important thing, everybody, that lean software development focus on testing. So you can make your own method one day. That one method can focus on customer. Our method focus on customers, even on testing and even on development also. So over here, the most important testing for agile methodology is not your unit or module testing. It is the acceptance testing and integration testing. Usability. Most important is that. Okay. So now I will shift towards extreme programming. That will be the last concept today. After that, I'm going to close the session in 5 minutes. So you can see over here that in terms of change, you can see the waterfall model has taken so much of time, but in terms of iterative, again, the time was less, but it was more. But in terms of extreme programming, the time has come very down. So the extreme programming, you can say it was actually made in order to reduce the time for delivery of the softwares. Today, let me tell you everybody that if you are a company where multiple projects are working, the most important answer is extreme programming. So, so this, I would be going towards this one. Yeah. So you can say that if you are working on a project that suppose we want to have some unfinished features, like suppose Apple is there with iOS 14 now, but they want to have some more features. So most important features they can plan and they can have the working software and they can keep on beta. So let me tell you today, if you ask me, that's the biggest companies like Microsoft, Apple, what they're doing in their company, their director of software engineering, what they're doing, they're actually doing the X Sigma, because the companies are not working on more products or the new products. Now they want to improve their products. Gone were the days when we started from Windows 98, Windows 2000, XP, Vista, then then Windows 2008, then Windows 10, etc., etc. But now we are getting the features only with Windows 10 only. We are improving the features. So that's the reason, everybody, that today companies want to improve their existing products only. So this could be the cons, that design becomes implicit. We can rely on emergent design. It is very hard to write good tests because the testing comes slow. And the most important thing is we can introduce the new changes successfully. And this is one of the animated videos that you can see. So thank you so much, everybody, for calling me. Thank you so much, Mr. Joy.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So now the house is open for next 10 minutes for the questions. And I hope now today this lecture is an eye-opening lecture for all of you, that what exactly is software development, what exactly is agile, some confusing terminologies that we're using, that, okay, agile is Scrum, Scrum is agile. No, this is just a method. So lots of, we can say some misconceptions are already solved by me to all of you. Okay. Yeah, you can have the feedback link later. Please don't discuss feedback link right now. Please discuss the questions if you have. And Mr. Joy, we can have the presentation. We can have the presentation of DevOps next month.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
I hope everybody enjoyed. Please write your feedback right now on the chat box. That how many, what do you like of the session? I hope everybody has cleared lots of things.
Dear participants, if there is any question, please type in the chat box.
Any question, please? Thank you. And I hope, Mr. Joy, that with this lecture, many people will improve their methodology of teaching, and even they will improve their assignments also.
Yeah, sure, 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 sir.
Yeah.
It was a very informative session, sir. And we have a very
Actually, I would like to share one important thing, sir. Actually, I would like to share very important thing, that if you come to outside India, you will see that in software engineering, even we have the department, or there are even the director of software engineering. They are not towards like, okay, sir, who is coding? There are the team leaders over there. But for software engineering directors, they're only towards the clients, and even they understand the process development.
Yeah.
So there is a different thing over here. Very different.
Hello, hello.
Yes.
Hello, sir. It's me, Dipen Hussain again.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you have told that you have to understand the concept and then apply the methodology
Yes,
and coding
yes,
part. And
yes.
currently I am doing my MTech thesis in machine learning, and my research area is fake news detection.
Okay.
So
News
while I am
one of my closest areas, and if you are interested to join hands with me, you are most welcome, because in machine learning you can see that what is a problem coming. I would like to share with all of you that people think that they are getting the data sets from UCLA or Kaggle or from other source, and they just please listen to me. So, and they're applying the technique like random forest or linear regression. They are making the research paper. No, that is just called experimentation. The only thing is that if you are making the fake news, so first of all, find the fake news website, find the data sets, okay, find the original things, and then you find your own system model. Okay, then make a model that, okay, sir, this model of mine is better as compared to existing models, that my model is detecting the fake news at a better rate. Then you can find accuracy, precision, F point, all these parameters.
Yes, so that's why I am stuck in finding and reading about the data set and
Because
GIT.
actually your literature was actually, I can say openly right now, you have not done your literature work properly. Sir, Mr. Joy, can we plan some lecture on research methodology also?
Yeah, we can. In the next upcoming
Because
month,
actually, I'm giving some of the lectures of research methodology to some of the institutes. If any participant is interested, they can join those lectures. Even that will be YouTube streamed also.
Yes,
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Kindly elaborate some on this topic so that it will be helpful and fruitful
Actually,
for us.
brother, what you are saying is that let me tell you, if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen right now?
Of course, sir.
Okay, so let me tell you, actually, few of the, actually, I'm not, sorry, sir, Mr. Joy, sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir, I'm taking the lecture to somewhat research methodology now. Okay, can I take, sir, for 5 minutes?
Okay, sir, no problem.
Now,
sir.
many people ask me that, everybody, I'm saying openly to all of you that many people ask me that, sir, we want to take some research papers, we want to gather the literature. The most important thing is literature, and people make mistakes over the literature. What they do, they go to Google Scholar, they go to Mendeley. No, you are doing the wrong thing actually. In order to make the literature, now let me tell you, there is a tool actually that works for you. It is very easy to make a literature view. Even if you're doing a PhD, you can make a literature view in just 20 minutes. You just have to see your keywords. So let me tell you, you just go to this website called Author Mapper. Okay, this Author Mapper. But I'm not going in detail for research methodology. Now see over here. Now, if you see, you are just working on fake news. Now see this. Now just type map it. Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
Now see this, everybody. Now you can see that this will give you the latest papers that are actually published in terms of fake news detection. Now I'm openly saying you, now answer my question, Mr. Dipinder. Have you used this website?
No, sir.
Now that's the answer why you are stuck in research. Why PhD is a problem, why MTech is a problem. That is the reason, everybody. I'm saying you that you don't use the proper tools. You don't use the proper process.
Okay.
Yes. Sir, can we have a lecture on research methodology?
Yeah, we sure, sir. We can plan in the upcoming month, sir.
Yeah, we can plan, because actually, sometimes people say, even some people email me that, sir, we were stuck in the problem. Now we were able to capture the research papers. So go to this website, brother, and let me tell you, find those fake news and machine learning, find the latest literature, and then you will able to understand that what actually we are doing in this.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I'm very sorry, but I'm taking to research right now.
Okay. No, sir. No, not at all, sir. Not at all, sir.
So any question on research, I can help you for this tool. So this is the tool for you.
Sir, somebody is asking your email ID, so we can discuss online.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here is my email ID, and if you want to be in touch with me, this is my mobile. This is my WhatsApp number. I'm just repeating WhatsApp number. So you can save my number and you can contact me anytime. This is my WhatsApp number. And sir, you know, Mr. Joy, that sometimes when we go for Google Scholar based paper research, I think Mr. Dipinder has also done from there. Most of the papers in Google Scholar, you can't trust that these papers are from original journals or from Scopus or ISI or from even predatory journals. But if you use Author Mapper, it is only coming from ISI journals. Latest. So actually we do PhD in a wrong sense actually. Or even you can plan one lecture, sir, how to do PhD.
Yeah, we can, sir. We can. We will plan a lecture, sir.
Yeah, you can plan a lecture immediately for 1 day, how to do PhD.
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I will even tell you that how to handle your guide also actually.
Okay, sir. Okay.
There is a technique to handle the guide actually.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so any other questions, sir? Otherwise, we can close the session. Thank you.
So, sir, we are very much thankful to you from Oriental College of Technology, Bhopal. And you have given insight about the Scrum and Agile technologies and software engineering insights. So we have the honor to have you, sir, as a esteemed speaker, sir. And we thank from Oriental College of Technology to the participants also. And they have enjoyed the session very much, sir.